warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I'm sorry. I will present that about my interested my novel in novel anime in Japanese, no game, no life. And about this novel, no game, no life is a Japanese life novel series written and illustrated by Yu Kamiya, a manga adaptation by Mashiro Hiragi, began serialization in Monthly Comic Alive magazine on January 27, 2013, and anime series produced by Madhouse ran from April April 9 to June 25, 2014. About a genre is novel. This novel is fantasy, comedy, and adventure. And about this synopsis,
Arum, mute dulu Arum.
Sora and Shiro are brothers and sisters who have hikikomori syndrome, and they are acute gamers who are known in cyberspace as kuhaku or blank, which mean empty. Together, they beat other game in almost all game and made them quite famous and feared in cyberspace, which this with the status of unemployed and definitely hikikomori. Sora imagine what if there was a world where everything was determined not by games. Surely it was originally just a delusion until they met a god named Istat who called their original world a game trash. Sora and Shiro were taken by the god and ended up in a world that was different from the real world. Here, there are many disputes that occur, and all of them are resolved through a challenge that is formed as if it were a game. Sora and Shiro go through this challenge together, of course, with the with the tactics and trick they get from their genius playing the game. They are predicted to be savior of the human race because it turns out that in this world, the human race, which is known as humanity, is being pressured by the onslaught of five other races that seem familiar to game fans. Will they succeed in saving human race? May be because the game has only just started. In about my opinion on this novel, from the novel I read above, or often I've got read, what I was good was that they were Sora and Shiro a brother and sister who move to another world to win all games in the world, rule all countries, and challenge God in chessboard game. And I am happy on the part they think sharply just according to the plan they made and in their history of playing. They have never lost a game in a previous world and in another world they live in now. Uh, about this, even in like novel for volume one, you can look what I've got in the in the like novel. Even it is interested for me. First, a normal chess game between the siblings and that winners is siblings, and second that aka a god transport the siblings to the sport, and third single hand poker match between in English Clamizel, in Japanese Kurami Zel and Stephanie Dola, and four single hand poker match between Sora and Anamat middle aged man, and unknown game match between the siblings and three enamored imaginative rock paper six scissor match between Stephanie Dola and Sora, where the latter can only play paper, its throw, and coronation of Kurabi Cell interrupted by the siblings. Match of chess between Kuramizel and the siblings, where the chess pieces are animated to have will of their own. Coronation of the siblings interrupted by several times by Sora and Shiro due the misunderstanding. Match of normal old mate between the siblings not succeed to win in twice in a row. Coronation speech by the sibling to the humanity, which declare war against all other races, and the last uh, a compulsory rock paper scissors match between Sora and all the humanity minister, where Sora play scissors and all ministers are forced to play paper. Uh, I think that's enough for me. This is like novel I I read often. It first it just in the volume one because there are many volumes, and I what I know in the volume in this novel is 14 novel, and this last story I read there are going to war all of races. Uh, thank you, and any question? Ada pertanyaan?
Rip, tanya Rip.
Iya.
part of or the word that you like in that novel?
The part.
Bagian atau enggak kata-kata yang kamu suka di novel itu yang apa, tentang apa?
Oh, it the word maksudnya kata-kata yang ini ya yang lebih sering ya yang ini ya yang lebih sering di ini ya. Maaf ya Indonesia. Halo?
Ya, masih maksudnya tuh kayak kata-kata di situ yang benar-benar kamu seneng gitu loh sama kata-kata itu. Atau enggak bagian cerita yang mana gitu.
Oh, kalau dalam kata-katanya dia dia berkata begini, ayo kita selesaikan game ini. Dia lebih sering mengatakan itu.
Oh, oke.
Apa ada lagi?
Rip, jadi dari semua kata itu kamu paling suka dengan apa sih sama kata-kata ayo main lagi.
Enggak, ayo kita selesaikan game ini. Dia
Oh, ayo kita second game ini. Itu
mm-mm.
kata-kata paling kamu suka.
Iya,
Oke.
karena karena ngaku baca novelnya karena di orang dua ini emang otak jenius kalau dalam permainan.
Oke. Thank you.
Ya, nah, apa ada lagi? Tadi Diana ya?
Ya,
Apa ada lagi? Kalau nggak ada, mau dilanjut ke Arum ya?
Iya,
Ah, hmm, okay, I think that's enough about my favorite novel I read. Uh, Thank you. And the next presentation is Arum.